mode.
Hello everyone and welcome to our training today. So today we're talking about and talking specifically to business loan brokers, or those people that are looking to become business loan brokers. And we're really talking about how to thrive as a business loan broker during the coronavirus and everything that's changing right now by offering a lot of different types of financing and business credit. So we've got a lot to go over today. What will we cover? Well, we're going to talk about what's happening now in the future of revenue lending. So if you are a business loan broker or you want to become a business loan broker, this is one of the main products that brokers have used, and this has been decimated with the changes of what's happened right now with small business. So we're going to talk about that, talk about the future of that product. We're going to talk about how you can easily offer business credit for your customers and turn that into an income stream to help you if you've seen a drop off in other areas of your business, such as revenue lending. We're going to talk about how to monetize on the current high demand for funding. Obviously, with what's going on right now in this point in time of coronavirus, there's probably never been more demand for funding than what we're seeing right now. We're going to talk about how to monetize that, how you can still offer loans and credit lines for your customers. Again, if you're in the business lending arena, you've already seen a lot of lenders have closed up. There's a lot of products that aren't available. But then again, there's a lot of other products that are absolutely available, and we're going to talk about how to access all of those as well. How to access training, marketing materials, growth strategies, everything you need to achieve maximum success. Look, any business you run requires a lot of assets. It requires PowerPoints and videos and marketing materials. We're going to talk about how you can get all of that instantly to help maximize your success as a loan broker. We're going to talk about how to have the work done for you while you make really good money with this. So you're going to have options today. I'm going to teach you how you can come in and actually be the business loan broker and handle everything yourself. And we're also going to talk about how you can have a lot of that work done for you as well. We're going to talk about how you can earn up to $2,000 or even more in front end commissions. And we're also going to talk about how you can earn thousands of dollars more in back end commissions by helping people with what they need right now, which is getting a lot of financing. If you have any questions along the way, I will have our number on the bottom of the slides, 877-600-2487, and you can visit us online at creditsuite.com. And Shirlise says good morning. Good morning, Shirlise. Thanks for coming. So let's dive in and talk a little bit more. For those that don't know me, my name is Ty Crandall. I'm actually CEO of Credit Suite, and inadvertently, we accidentally trained a lot of business loan brokers that didn't realize it for many years. We've had a partner program that we helped a lot of our partners offer business credit financing, and what we quickly realized was that a lot of business loan brokers, hundreds and hundreds from the very beginning, actually started to use our training to get what they needed to be able to succeed as a loan broker. So ever since then, we've brought probably more training than you'll find on YouTube and elsewhere to help business loan brokers succeed, and we've done a lot in the space of business credit and financing. But enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about the training and whether or not this is for you. Look, if you're looking to become a business loan broker, that's what we're diving into for the next hour. We're going to talk about if you're a loan broker affected by declines with revenue lending and you're just trying to figure out what to do with your business, where you go next. We're going to talk about what you can do there. If you're interested in making money with business credit and financing, whether it be to just start making money with business credit financing, or you already have been, but now you don't know what to do because of the changes that are taking place, we're going to dive into that. If you want to start a new business or add to an existing business and you think offering business credit and financing is a great avenue to do it, we're going to break all that down for you. We're also going to talk about if you want to help other entrepreneurs succeed during this time and how you can do that. And if you're looking to earn high commissions on front end, back end products in the financial services in the business arena, we're going to discuss how you can do all of that. And we're also going to talk about how you can make this recurring, how you can have recurring money coming in on a regular basis. So unlike many sales positions, you're not starting over every single day. And Lala Robert says good morning, and Mad Max says hello, good day. So good day, everybody. Thanks for coming in. So a little bit about us. We've helped over 40,000 business owners build corporate credit and get financing. And on top of that, the interesting thing is that about 50% we only let in partners. So we only helped partners and business loan brokers in the beginning of our company. It was just a couple years ago that we started letting people come in that were not partners or business loan brokers. We're ranked one of the best entrepreneurial companies in America by Entrepreneur Magazine in 2018. A+ rated with a BBB. Hundreds of positive online reviews. Hundreds of actual results, video testimonials on our website. We're contributors to Entrepreneur Magazine, featured on hundreds of radio shows, TV, and podcasts. Last year in 2019, we were 1,091 on the Inc. 5000, so one of the fastest 1,000 fastest growing companies in the country right now because of what I'm going to show you today. So look, let's talk about the obvious here. Coronavirus has changed business lending forever. With the coronavirus upon us, business owners need access to capital more now than they ever have, okay? Unlike the last economic crisis when we dealt with mortgages, businesses, small businesses on the front line of this economic crisis. So many small businesses are on the verge of possibly even closing their doors because there's one thing they desperately need, which is capital. And so this is an amazing time to be talking about business credit financing to help as many people as you can. I've been overwhelmed. Saturdays, Sundays, late into the evening, I'm doing webinars, I'm doing podcasts, I'm doing live streams with so many other people that just say, look, come and teach my audience what's going on right now and how they can access the capital they need. So when you're in this space, you become very, very, very high demand because everybody wants to talk to you to help their audience, to help their followers and listeners understand what they can do to get the money they need to make it through this time. Plus, it's a great time to earn a primary or secondary income stream while you're helping. If you're going to help entrepreneurs understand what they can do to get capital, then it makes a lot of sense to actually create this as an income stream for you while you're actually doing that as well. And Brian, good morning. So that being said, the main product that most brokers have used, though, is called MCA, Merchant Cash Advance. It's also called revenue lending amongst many other names. And this has really decimated business loan brokers' business because I've said for years that this was going to happen, that this is an unreliable product. But so many business loan brokers were making so much money with this product that's based on somebody having consistent revenue that when obviously every business stopped having consistent revenue, those lenders just folded. Most of them just closed their doors. Many others dramatically raised their standards to get approved. So the number one subprime product that was used to help low FICO score borrowers basically went away overnight. And the problem with that is that many brokers are just frozen and not sure what to do as a result. So Kabbage, one of the biggest online lenders in the space, completely stopped lending altogether. Now all they're doing is the SBA PPP loans, which are only going to be around for the short term. On Deck is the biggest in the revenue lending space. They've dramatically changed their approval requirements to require more time in business, more revenue, higher credit scores. Fundbox and others have reduced client ability to draw on credit lines. So some of the biggest line of credit lenders out there have completely ceased offering new lines of credit and have frozen existing lines of credit to not let people borrow against them. So one of my buddies the other day called me and goes, hey man, I'm cool. I've got a $40,000 credit line with Kabbage. I said, no, you don't. Kabbage shut down. You can't access that credit line anymore. He tried to log on. He goes, I can't even log in. I go, yeah, it's over. Don't even bother calling him. So this is happening with more and more business owners. Lendio says that 50% of non-bank lenders have paused new loans indefinitely on their platform. So Lendio, one of the companies that kind of pulls together many financing sources, said if they're not a bank, more than half of them have paused all lending indefinitely. There's no end in sight. So as you can imagine, if you're a loan broker, your goal is to help people get loans, this creates absolute panic in the space, and a lot of you are frozen not knowing what to do. So On Deck, for example, I always look at On Deck stock to get a good idea for what's going on in the revenue lending industry, and this I think gives you the best absolute reflection of what's really happening. You can see that when this went down, this is pretty accurate for almost anybody in the revenue lending space. One of the main loan products that exist in business lending, the main loan product for some prime borrowers, you can see why so many business loan brokers are stuck. They went from over $4 per share, or in the $4 per share down to 83 cents. And last time I checked yesterday, they were a little over $1. So just plummeted because it's just a reflection of how much that product is in trouble right now. So are you succeeding now as a business loan broker, or do you see a path of success in the future without this product, without revenue lending or merchant cash advance? That's what I want to show you today. And the reason I did this webinar is because I have a very good friend, and his name is Jansen Fugate. And Jansen is the man when it comes to teaching business loan brokers. He was on my podcast last week, and this was one of the things that we talked about, is that his audience is paralyzed right now because they don't even know what to do. They don't see a path forward without this one product that so many relied on. And I thought, you know what? I need to do a webinar to teach business loan brokers a path forward where you can still succeed even if you don't have access to merchant cash advances and revenue lending. So let's talk about that today. How can you succeed in this space with the main product not being available? Well, it really comes down to three three things. You've got to help businesses set up their business fundable where they meet lending criteria before they apply. I've said this for years. Fundability is something we've readily talked about because it's so important to helping customers get the most amount of money at the best terms. This is what we specialize in Credit Suite. We help people get the most money at the best terms. And one of the way we do it is we find all the stuff that lenders and credit issuers look at and usually turn somebody down, and we help fix those things, then put the borrower in to have them the best chance of getting approved for the most amount of money. We're also very big in helping build business credit for their EIN that's not linked to their social. So right now, credit is readily available. It is free flowing. If you are doing any kind of funding that's dealing with business credit cards, then things haven't changed in our world. Credit issuers are still issuing credit like they ever have. They haven't limited approvals. They're not limiting or approving less than they used to. We're seeing the approval amounts be the same. We're seeing the limits that they're issuing be the same. So by offering business credit that's not linked to somebody's personal social and that's linked to their business, this is credit that anybody can get, even if somebody has credit issues. And it's also important that you're getting access to all available funding in one place, not just merchant cash advance. Okay, so that being said, this is something that I talk about a lot and always have. If you want to help people get the most amount of money, you can't just put them into a product that pays you the most amount of money. You have to genuinely care about what works best for them, and that's typically getting them sometimes many different kinds of funding, so that way they get the maximum amount of funding at the best terms. And if you do this and you really have the customer in mind trying to help them, then what you're going to do is you're going to help them get the most amount of money, and you'll still get paid as well by putting their best interest first. So let's dive into the first step of this. Look, most loans with banks get denied due to basic fundability errors that are easily corrected. Even alternative vendors like On Deck deny loans for same concerns, including a lack of business credit. So many business loan brokers don't know that this is the case. But when you submit loans to alternative lenders or you submit loans to the big banks, most of those loans are not denied because somebody didn't have the income or didn't have the credit. They don't even pass the basic sniff test from the lender. This is because big banks are overrun with fraud, so most of their applications are fraudulent. So they do all these back behind the scenes checks to even see if the application is legit. But the crazy thing is a lot of legitimate applications get flagged as fraud because they just didn't have their business set up where it was fundable. There's a lot of things they missed that if they would have gotten right, they would have simply got approved. So by improving fundability, you dramatically increase somebody's chances of actually getting approved for credit financing. And if you do a lot as a business loan broker in this space and you work with lenders like On Deck, then you've already received denials for the reason that they didn't have business credit built. For example, that's a fundability concern. They go in, they pull the person's business credit profile, it's not good or non-existent, and you get a denial. So even the alternative lenders readily deny these applications because the customer doesn't meet the fundability requirements that the lender or credit issuer has. Even though SBA loans can't be obtained without having business credit established. Now don't get me wrong, by the time I'm filming this right now, the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, is the rage when it comes to SBA loans. And that one doesn't require any kind of credit requirements. But even the EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, when it first came out, its even requirements said the same thing. You've got to meet credit requirements to be able to get approved. Okay, and Sears is coming in saying good morning, and Andre saying good morning. So good morning to all of you. So this is a big problem, meaning that you just can't get a lot of credit and financing if you don't have credit scores high enough to qualify in the business credit space or have your fundability established. So with SBA loans, for example, they use a score called the FICO SBSS, the Small Business FICO score. The problem with that is that the FICO score requirement for SBA loans is 140. With SBSS, the way that FICO SBSS works, you cannot have a 140 score unless you have business credit established. It's mathematically impossible the way that FICO SBSS works. So to get a lot of the loans that people need to get, this fundability just becomes absolutely essential to make that happen. So one of the things that we focus on here at Credit Suites, we help entrepreneurs set up their business where it's fundable. So we help act with all of these different aspects of the business. We make sure the entity type is the best type that makes them lendable. We work to set up the right type of phone number and stay away from mobile phones and home phones on applications. Have fax numbers if the lender and credit issuers are going to require or ask for a fax number and somebody leaves that blank, that alone throws up a red flag. Make sure that the phone is listed in the certain directories that lenders and credit issuers look for. An example, that's 411. A lot of lenders and credit issuers look to see if the business is even listed in 411. It's one of the basic requirements for pre-approval. A lot of brokers don't know that, but this is what the lenders that are issuing approvals are actually looking at behind the scenes. The type of address you have, the type of licensing you have, the congruency of your records, making sure that what you're actually submitting on the application to a lender matches what the lender is pulling on the back end is a really big deal. So for example, we've recently partnered with LexisNexis to take all the data that they're giving the lenders and credit issuers to bring it to our customers. So our software actually cross-checks all the data with LexisNexis that lenders pull, and then we tell the customer, here's all the discrepancies between what you're about to put on an application and what the lender actually sees. So what happens here is that when a lender sees an application and they start checking Secretary of State records and checking LexisNexis, and they see discrepancies with business names and business addresses and business phone numbers and EIN and entity type, all these things throw up red flags that show obvious potential fraud. And most of those applications are denied for that result. But again, they don't have to be denied. If the things were just done in the beginning and the fundability was in line, somebody oftentimes can get approved. I can't tell you how many times at Credit Suite somebody comes in the door, they went to a bank, they went to a loan broker, the loan broker and banker got them denied. We do fundability first. When the loan broker and banker didn't, we find the discrepancies, we fix the discrepancies, we take them back to the exact same lender and get them approved for the same loan and the same credit they were getting denied for. So many loan brokers and so many banks have denied and just ignored fundability because they haven't needed to. Everything was being great. But now that things aren't great in business lending, you really have to pay attention to why loans are denied if you want to help the most amount of your customers. The type of references you have, whether your bank account's set up, the way your website and email are set up, the numbers you have, like your EIN, your DUNS number, your BIN number with Experian. These are things that a lot of lenders and credit issuers are looking at. So what we do at Credit Suite is we help make sure all these fundability factors are in line. So as a business loan broker, when you're trying to get somebody financing, you have the best chance of getting approved, and you have the best chance of getting approved for the most amount of money. Now, even if you set up the fundability, again, the biggest reason that lenders deny loans is because they're trying to fight fraud, because they think the application is fraudulent. And here's why. Because all these credit reports are being pulled behind the scenes that you might not even know about as a loan broker, and that your customers don't even know about. Okay, so again, the problem is that all these credit reports are being accessed, all these data aggregators are being accessed, and you don't know it's happening. So LexisNexis is the biggest of them. Have you ever tried to dispute a bankruptcy, a judgment, a public record on your personal credit reports, and it came back as verified? Well, if that's ever happened, they didn't verify it with the actual courthouse. They verified it with LexisNexis. I say LexisNexis is the root of all evil. Not that LexisNexis is bad. I love LexisNexis, but they are the root of where all of these organizations are getting their data from. So if your data isn't clear there, then it gets you into a lot of problems, and it gets you a lot of denials, because the EIN for your business, the name, the address, the spelling of your business, the criminal record that you have, all these things are in LexisNexis and are being accessed behind the scenes. Now, AWA said, is a comparable company to LexisNexis for background check that is accessible more easily to the general public? No, there really isn't. LexisNexis is very unique with what they do. They're used by law enforcement. They're used by insurance agencies. They're used by suppliers and lenders and credit issuers. But the great news is you can get a free copy of your LexisNexis credit report and dispute it. But I found no comparable company, to answer your question, of LexisNexis that's readily available to the public. But this is exactly why we went to LexisNexis. I'll tell you our story. We actually went to get an SBA loan, and we had a problem because they wanted to collateralize my home when there was no reason to, because they found 2 judgments on my credit report that weren't even mine. They weren't accurate. I had to go to the courthouse. It took me an entire day to get all the documentation from the courthouse to try to show them that these judgments don't even exist. Then I had to get them cleared up with LexisNexis to be able to get the loan. It delayed our loan for up to 2 months because of information that was available on the LexisNexis credit report. When that happened, we went to LexisNexis and said, this is not fair. You guys are giving banks information consumers do not have. You need to give your information to the people that decisions are being made about. And they said, we want to do that. Nobody's ever wanted to take our data and put it on the front. We said, we do. So we partnered with LexisNexis last year, and we are working on what's called a fundability score that plugs into LexisNexis data and shows you all of the discrepancies to try to make that information front facing. So hopefully that answers your question. Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, your commercial credit reports often used to make lending and credit issuing decisions about you. Check systems. This is a credit report and score that looks at your entire banking history. It's based on how many bank accounts you have, how you manage the bank account, your average balances in your bank account, non-sufficient funds, all these things, and lenders are accessing all this data about your banking history with other banks that you don't even know is happening. The Small Business Financial Exchange, the SBFE, is owned by lenders. Lenders openly share information amongst each other that you might not even know about. So if you fill out an application with Wells Fargo for a business loan, then you go to Bank of America, what you probably don't know is that Bank of America knows the information you put on the Wells Fargo application because they openly share with each other. That's what the SBFE is. So if you think about this, you apply for a loan. They take all the data on your application and they scrub it and they compare it to all these databases. And when they see all these discrepancies from entity type to your name, your business spelling, or your address being different in different places, they think it's fraud. They throw up red flags. They automatically push it for a manual review. And in most cases, those manual reviews get you declined because would you want to be that person that approves you? Like if an application gets put on your desk because the computer flagged it as fraud, would you want to be the one that then says, no, this is good, go ahead and give them a bunch of money? Think about that. I mean, your job is on the line if you're approving applications that are put on your desk for potential fraud. So most of the time this ends up in an absolute denial. So even the slightest change here though can make all the difference. And I'm not going to read this testimonial from the samples, but I will tell you if you want to read through it, that ultimately it's this simple. This is what happened. They came in, they tried to get a big credit card through American Express and get a loan. They were denied. We did a fundability check. We found discrepancies with their Secretary of State. By the way, over 90% of the clients we talked to, their Secretary of State data does not even add up with what they're putting on the application because they set up their business years ago. They forgot about what they put there. Their address has changed. A bunch of other things have changed. And now they're in a position where they're trying to get money and they forget what they put there. They don't even think about Secretary of State. Lender and credit issuer immediately goes and looks at Secretary of State data, sees discrepancies. Their computers throw up all kinds of red flag potential fraud concerns. They get denied. So in this example, we came in and helped them even fix these discrepancies with what was happening with LexisNexis, and they immediately went in and got a $96,000 in business credit cards, got the American Express card Express limit approved instantly with no limit, and they have a bunch of companies that continue to offer them loans from this. They quickly built a 7-figure plus business. It was just that they had fundability issues that caused them from getting denied. So this is one of the biggest things that we do at Credit Suite. We help borrowers get their information in line and in check so they can get approved where they typically wouldn't get approved and get approved for the most amount of money at the same time. And I'm going to show you today how you could do exactly the same thing without doing the work, how you could offer this service for your customers, which obviously has a lot of value, and then actually not have to perform the service, how we handle all of that for you as we've helped 40,000 other business owners do. So in many cases, business credit is being used to determine these three things. Should somebody be approved or denied financing? How much money should they be approved for? What rates and terms should they pay? Look, if you're going to offer somebody a consumer loan, wouldn't you pull their consumer credit report? I mean, I don't know of anybody that offers consumer loans that doesn't pull the consumer credit report. But what a lot of business owners don't know is that when you go to get a business loan, even when it was a merchant cash advance, even when it was a high-risk, high-interest loan, they're still pulling your business credit reports. As I mentioned before, if you've ever worked with OnDeck as a lender, then you've probably, as a broker, got a denial before, or many denials. I have a stack of them, that the reason for the denial was because they didn't have substantial or significant enough business credit to be able to qualify. They had issues with their business credit. Here's the problem. In 9 out of 10 of those cases, it's not that their business credit was bad, it's that it wasn't even established. So if somebody doesn't have business credit established, then they might not get denied for the financing they're looking for, might not get approved, they probably will get denied. They're typically not going to get the amount of money they want or the rates and terms that they want. So have you ever helped your customers build business credit and fix the underlying problem? Do you know that you can help them and create an entirely new lucrative income stream in the process. If you go to the root of why your customers get denied and fix that, then all of a sudden you can help all the people your competitors can't help, right? And you're offering a whole other service of value to help your customers get more money and better terms, which is what your customers want. And look, if you're really looking out for their best interest, it's what you should care about as well. So if you're not earning money by helping people with business credit, you're missing an entirely lucrative income stream that could replace this reliance that you once had on merchant cash advances and revenue lending. Okay, so how do you do this? How we help customers build business credit? Well, first of all, you can get business credit regardless of consumer credit quality. So what happens is when we build business credit, we start building an initial credit profile and score. Then the next credit that we get, we won't give them access to our personal credit. We won't authorize a credit check. Then it forces them to pull the already established business credit report, and these credit card issuers approve the credit based on the established business credit report. I call this letting your business fund itself, because we create a credit report for the business, then we let that credit report that we create, and we do it completely legal and legitimate. We help somebody get legitimate, real accounts that report to the business credit reporting agencies. They use those accounts to buy things they really need for their business. When they pay those bills report to the business credit reporting agencies. Now we have trade lines. Now we have a credit report. Now we have a credit score, and then we use the credit report and score to get all kinds of additional credit for that business owner. But here's the kick, or here's the kicker. Here's the best thing, is that there's no consumer credit check, because the business credit's what's being used to qualify, not the consumer credit report. So no matter how bad somebody's credit is, they can still get business credit, and they're not personally liable. Look, if you're a business loan broker, you can't even count the amount of times somebody's come to you and said they don't want to offer a personal guarantee. What a lot of brokers don't know is that personal guarantees are required because your business credit isn't established. Once the business establishes enough credit, then a lot of the credit that's issued, you don't need a personal guarantee. Now, a lot of loans and credit lines you still do, but a lot of the credit that's available in the markets, you don't need to provide guarantees if your business can stand on its own. So all the credit that we get that reports to the business credit reporting agency doesn't require a personal guarantee. There's also no consumer credit inquiries because there's no personal credit pull to get approved. The credit limits are 10 to 100 times higher than consumer credit. That number comes from SB8. It's very accurate because you may never need to spend $10,000 at Dell on a home computer, but you easily could spend more than $10,000 at Dell to put computers in an office. So we see clients getting $10,000 to $30,000 limit credit cards 2 to 3 months into the process. So when somebody starts building business credit initially, they're getting $500 to $3,000 limits right away. And then that gets to $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 limits within 60 to 90 days. So the limits are very high and very fast to get these very high limits because the credit scores are based on how you pay your bills. So consumer credit scores, there's a lot of factors that affect consumer credit. We've got credit mix. We've got the length of time you've had credit. We've got the inquiries that are put on your credit report, how your utilization is, how you pay your bills. So the problem is it takes years and years of well-disciplined borrowing to get good credit. But in this case, what happens with business credit scores are built very fast because there's only one factor that affects the scores: how you pay your bills. If you pay your bills on time or early, you get good scores. So we help business owners get credit that reports to the reporting agencies. We strongly tell them again and again, you got to pay these bills on time or early. They do so, they get good scores. And then we use those good scores to get more and more credit. And this separates the consumer and commercial credit report. Look, if you're a business loan broker and you've ever dealt with a credit card stacking program, you've more than likely turned people down because their credit scores weren't high enough. Their utilization was too high. And in almost all those cases, as you know, somebody that was a business owner was using personal credit cards to fund their business. It cost them more than they thought. Their balances got higher than they wanted them to get. Then their personal credit scores were damaged. Their utilization was too high, and their ability to go get business credit lines was damaged as a result. Well, with business credit, we're moving all the credit to business credit reporting. So what happens there is somebody can max out these credit cards and not adversely affect their consumer credit because none of the credit cards report to the consumer credit reporting agencies. And we're also establishing credibilities for lenders, suppliers, credit issuers. Look, anybody can pull your business credit report without your permission. I can pull it. I used to do it on live streams all the time, just randomly pull credit reports. Okay, during the election, I pulled the Trump Organization's credit report. I pulled the Clinton Foundation's credit report because it's readily available. It's public information. information. Anybody that wants it can get it. So your clients, your suppliers, your lenders, credit issuers, your customers, your prospects, everybody is looking at this. Anybody that wants it can. So that means that you need to have it established because it's the credibility of your business. Plus, you can get business credit regardless of cash flow, credit, and or collateral. And this is huge because if you're a business loan broker and you're helping people get loans, I've always said this is the 3C cash acquisition formula. There's 3 C's that are involved with getting somebody a loan or a credit line: cash flow, credit, and or collateral. You can't show me a loan or credit line that somebody doesn't need one of those 3 things to get approved for. They either need good credit, or they need collateral, or they need cash flow to get approved. One of those 3. But with business credit, they don't need any of them. I mean, somebody literally can get, I've got examples here of testimonials of clients that have had over $1 million in real credit without personal guarantees, and they didn't need to verify cash flow. They didn't need good credit. They didn't need cash flow to be able to get it. So business credit's a catch-all solution. Anybody can get this. You don't need the cash flow, credit, or collateral that's typically needed to get most kind of loans that exist today. So here's an example of one of our clients, Christine. And Christine's one of our clients who secured over $1 million in real business credit. Now, FTC disclosure. How much money you get depends on how much you apply for. That's a main factor in the business credit world. Christine has over $1 million worth of credit because she applied for over $1 million worth of credit, and she uses the credit to grow her business. It's how she went from a 1-truck operation to, last time I talked to her, she was buying a 50-truck operation. And she came to us in the beginning that had credit issues. She wasn't able to get loans. She wasn't able to get business credit cards. But by building her business credit, she went from a 1-truck operation to buying a 50-truck operation. She literally got over $180,000 approved with Ford, okay, for a phenomenal truck. Like, the truck was ridiculous. So this gives you an idea of the kind of credit that's available to somebody that builds business credit. They start with these small limits, like I said, $2,000 to $5,000. They jump up to these $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 accounts. Then they get to like $40,000 and higher. And these are the ones she got without a personal guarantee. I can show you a lot more beyond this that she's gotten since, and even 2 credit lines with PNC Bank that did require personal guarantees, but she was able to use her business credit to get approved. So it kind of gives you an idea of the type of credit that people actually get available through business credit. And as Christine said here, look, if you follow Ty Crandall's program, you'll get what you need. And here's her holding just a handful of her business credit cards, and here's a lot of her actual approvals right here. So this is what's possible for your clients. Now, here's why this is important, because so many people come to us and say, look, I need a $50,000 loan. And I say, why do you need the money? And they said, okay, I need $10,000 for furniture. I got to get computers, which I think is going to be another $5,000. I've got to get office supplies, which is another $10,000. But here's the thing, you don't need a loan for any of that. You could use a Staples or an Office Depot account to get your office supplies and your furniture. You could use IKEA for furniture. You could use Apple. You could use Dell. You could use HP for your computers. So most of the stuff a business owner needs to either start a business or run a business can be bought from Amazon. It can be bought from Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco, or it can be bought from Office Depot or Staples or Home Depot or Lowe's. So business credit cards replace over 60 to 70% of what a business owner really needs money for. And when we help a business owner get money from business credit to get what they need, then that means they need a loan or a credit line that's a lower amount because they're using business credit cards to basically support and fund their business. So here's an example of some approvals so you can see what's possible. Here's somebody that got these starter accounts: Uline, Granger, Quill, Pilot Flying J. Okay, here's a Sam's Club without a personal guarantee. No PG means no personal guarantee. Here's a $17,000 approval with no personal guarantee from Exxon. Here's a Shell credit card as they've got here as well. $8,400 from Citgo, $5,000 from Love's, DigiKey $10,000, Home Depot $1,000, Amazon $7,000, all without a personal guarantee and personal credit check. Okay, here are 3 other cards that they got from BP or JCPenney. Okay, you can see no personal guarantee, $4,500 with Kinoco. Here's a Lowe's account for $4,000 approved. Okay, here, and this is their 5th account that they got approved for, and the 5th account is a Lowe's account. Here's a Racetrack account. Here's a Dell account without a personal guarantee where the approval was $10,000. Staples credit card. Here's $17,000 with Amazon without a personal guarantee. Here's a $50,000 business line of credit. Here's an Exxon Mobil. Here's $10,000 at Apple, $6,000 at Amazon. Here's Pilot Flying J for $50,000. Okay, here's Home Depot, Premium Fleet Card, Office Max, Sunoco, Okay, here's somebody that got a $6,300 MasterCard. Here's another premium fleet card. Here's Home Depot again. Here's a Chase Inc. credit card for $14,000. You can see the approval amount right there. $4,500 here. Okay, so here's another approval, but I don't see the actual approval amount. Looks like this is a Sam's Club account. So this gives you an idea of what's possible. Now, if you go to creditsuite.com, you'll actually see we've got a results page with, I don't know, well over 100 of these approvals. These aren't flukes. Okay, if you're part of our Facebook group, you'll see people roll in with these all the time. I mean, these are very typical of what somebody can expect to be able to get business credit. So remember, any and all kind of business can qualify for business credit. Startups, nonprofit, owners outside the U.S., people with multiple businesses. You can get approved even when you can't get any type of loan or credit line because you don't need cash flow, credit, and collateral, which is needed to get most loans. Okay, now again, I'm putting our number on the bottom here. If you're giving us a call, we will go through and do a free fundability check to see where your fundability is with your business. We will see where you are with the business credit reporting agencies. We'll do a free check to see if you're set up with them now. We'll even help you get free copies of your business credit report and tell you the kind of money you can get right now, as well as talk to you about our partner program. So I'm going to include those links on the bottom of each one of my slides. So business owners must build business credit to get the highest approvals and the best term on financing and get the money they need when they need it and be able to get the maximum amount of money that they can get. So here's Marlon, and this is one of our very typical partner success stories. Well, not typical. Okay, Marlon actually went out and applied for a bunch of credit, got the credit, basically left his existing business and went and offered this full time as a product and service. Marlon currently travels all around the country doing seminars. Okay, and what she does is he comes in and actually does seminars all over the country teaching about business credit financing. It's his primary way of getting business. The left picture was a webinar interview with him and I, where I was interviewing him on an update of how he's doing, and he said, here's my credit card so far, and he's got these stacks of credit cards, and how he promotes his webinar is on the right. So again, this is somebody that got over $1 million in real usable business credit starting from scratch, and then had so much success that he doesn't even do consumer credit like he did initially. Now all he does is offer business credit and financing as a service. And Charlize says, I remember, Christine, that truck was beautiful. It was. Remember, it was like that yellow, beautiful Ford truck. I just talked to Christine the other day, but I got to reach out to her again to see how she's doing. So the other way that we help customers, that you can help customers, and that a lot of people didn't do in the business loan broker space, is most loan brokers only relied on one product, the merchant cash advance. And you know what? It's not right that you did that, because you did it because it paid you the most amount of money, but it cost the customer the most amount of money. It was very expensive to the customers that got it, very lucrative to the loan brokers that offer it, but very, not harmful, but again, very expensive to the customer. But here's the thing. Credit Suite, these loans account for less than 10% of whatever we've done in total funded volume. So when I look at business loan brokers, a lot of them are struggling right now for survival because they offered merchant cash advances. They offered revenue lending. That was the main and only product that they offered. But the problem is that when that product died, they're scurrying. They don't know what to do. We've always talked about diversification. You need to offer all funding products, not just one. At Credit Suite, that product only accounted for 10% of our entire business. So as a result, our sales are up right now. Our sales aren't down. So March, our sales are up, and right now, our sales team is having the best sales days they've ever had historically in the company's history, because we work with all kinds of funding, not just one, and we help with fundability, and we help with business credit. I'm not trying to brag at all. I'm just trying to say that when you diversify your model and help business owners get the most amount of money in the best terms by improving their fundability, by building business credit, and most importantly, by offering all funding for their customers in one place, then that's how you can really be successful. Because by offering customers many funding options, you diversify, you protect yourself. If one loan product gets damaged or goes away, like what happened merchant accounts cash advances, you're fine. We're fine, because we didn't even rely on that product. You can offer clients more funding options. You give them more options to get more kind of programs. You help a client get more money. You approve more customers. So the bottom line is you're doing a huge service to your customers by offering access to the most amount of funding in one place. So here's a look at exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of business loan brokers dealt with these first two products, revenue lending and merchant cash advances. They're still around. OnDeck still offers them, for example. Other lenders still do. Just much harder to qualify for, but they're still there. But what What about account receivable financing or purchase order financing? We've got a credit line hybrid, which we're crushing it with right now. We're helping all kinds of business owners get $50,000 to $150,000 based on their personal credit alone. Did you know that insurance agents can get their own kind of financing called book of business financing? I love this. This is the only kind of financing in 20 years of financial services that we get our customers approved for so much money that they oftentimes tell us, I can't take that much. Oh, I only want a fraction of what you got me approved for. In every other case, people want more money than they can get. But with book of business financing, the terms are so good. The amount of money is so much that people that own insurance agencies are like, I can't even take that much. So this is a great product for that industry. 401k financing, securities financing, where we're using 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds as collateral to get financing. Look, even if our borrowers don't have these, a lot of people that want to invest in their company or family and friends do, and they're pledging those assets to use as collateral for the business owner to get the money they need. Look, 75% of business owners get money from family and friends. And instead of going to dad to get cash from dad, these open up opportunities to use stocks, bonds, 401ks, IRAs, and get low interest rate credit lines against those, and making it easier to get the money you need from other people instead of just relying on them giving you cash. Commercial vehicle financing, commercial real estate financing, okay, as well as that residential real estate financing. I have a friend that right now can't prove his income, is trying to get a mortgage. He can't get help through a mortgage broker. He came to me. I hooked him up with one of our funding sources that let him use the equity in his home as collateral to get a loan, and he got a loan. So again, using residential equity in properties, commercial real estate, peer-to-peer lending. Do you even know there's a whole world of peer-to-peer lending out there where private individuals invest in private companies through peer-to-peer lending platforms? It's a whole other segment of money that a lot of loan brokers didn't even know existed. Angel investing, venture capital, private investments, equity investments, inventory financing, plus crowdfunding. We've got a great product that helps e-commerce businesses actually crowdfund their inventory purchase. So let's say you want to sell stuff on Amazon, and let's say you need to spend $10,000 to buy inventory. You don't need to spend $10,000 to buy inventory. We actually help you within an hour get the crowdfunding you need to buy the inventory. The crowdfunding buys your inventory. You get the inventory. As you sell the inventory back, you actually pay back the crowdfunding. So that is huge right now for our e-commerce customers. Equipment financing and leaseback. If you liked the money that could be made on merchant cash advances and revenue lending, equipment financing, leasing, equipment leaseback are some of the most lucrative kind of financing that are currently available in the business financing industry. SBA loans, term loans, business lines of credit, house flipper financing, crowdfunding. We're even helping business owners right now get the PPP loan. We're not brokers. We're not agents of SBA. We're not lenders of SBA, but we refer them to the sources that can help. And the same thing with the EIDL program, SBA 7A loans, 504 loans. So there's a lot of funding out there that you can use to help business owners, even house flipper financing for flipping purchase or for flipping real estate, that can then help them get the money they need even outside of revenue lending and merchant cash advances. So think about that. So many competitors of yours in the business loan broker space are closing their doors because they relied on these two. Look at all the money that's available through these sources. And there's more. I just kind of went the top of the ones up the top of my mind that are out there to give you an idea of all this other money that's available to help your customers with that you still can offer. Look, entrepreneurs must access all legitimate funding options in one place, or they're never going to get the most money at the best terms. This is why we also develop what we call a funding blueprint. We help them get the money they can get now. Then we help them understand what it takes to get a term loan, what it takes to get an SBA loan, and we improve those factors with them so they can qualify for better and better loans. It helps our business owners get the most money at the best terms. Okay, and here's a perfect example of exactly how we do this with one of our clients, Dr. Brandon. So he was getting ready to shut down his practice because he had a $417,000 tax lien. He had bad credit, couldn't get money. So we helped him get revenue lending, merchant cash advances. We helped him with our credit line hybrid program. We helped him with term loans. We helped him with private investor money. And all in all, we got him over $1.5 million. He kept his office open. He opened up a second practice. He ran for public office, all because he worked with us and we dealt with all legitimate forms of funding, not just one. So because we worked with all of these, we were able to compound like 7 different funding programs to be able to get him over $1.5 million. So it goes to show you what's possible when you're helping your customers get the most amount of money instead of just focusing on 1 or 2 products. So how do you do all this? Well, entrepreneurs should be able to get the money they need when they need it. But not knowing the approval standards, not having business credit, not being able to get all the money they need in one place is what's holding them back. So we've got a product called our Business Finance Suite, and this helps business owners do all three. It helps them get the most money at the best terms. And the best part is it's set up for you to easily offer as a solution. It's turnkey. So you can come in and offer this as a solution, sell it, and then we do all the work. We help them get the financing. We help them get the business credit. We help them with fundability. We've got advisors. We've got processors and financing. We got the full team that helps them with all three aspects of this. And you could just sit back, make a sale, and then get paid. Now, that being said, there's a lot of different options you have here, okay? Because this is a turnkey solution you can offer to prospects and clients. And through it, they can improve their fundability. They build business credit for their EIN that's not linked to their social. They access all the loans and credit lines that I just went through in one place. And we do this with unique technology that we put over 7 figures into with concierge coaching. Our business advisors call our clients 5 times the first 5 days and then call regularly after that, as soon as every week on a regular basis. So again, if that's your client, we are almost over servicing them to make sure they're happy and they get the help that they need through it, because that's how we've seen people succeed. People that just have good software like ours and try to do it on their own aren't successful as people that come in and actually have coaching to help them through the process. So when you're coming in as a partner, we put you through a 7-step partner basic training. It teaches you how to sell business credit, how to sell financing, kind of financing available, what our team does, how to market, how to advertise, all those type of things. Next, you basically are talking to the people around you to see if they need money. If they say yes, well, then you simply offer them the Business Finance Suite and close the sale. I mean, that is the process. Now, you can make the sale yourself. We can help you close the sale. We can get on the phone with you and do a 3-way call. We can do all the work for you. We've got a way as a partner where you could just let us do all the work. We do all the closing. You just simply refer them. And again, beyond that, you can even offer them direct funding. So if you want to come in our system as a loan broker and you say, look, this sounds good. I want to help them with business credit. I want to help them with fundability, but I want to do the funding myself. You have that option. When you set up a new customer, you click one button, and that means we will not even talk to them about financing. We'll let you do the financing, and we do the business credit. That's why we have so many loan brokers that use us, because they can sell business credit and fundability, and if they still want to do the funding, if you still want to do the funding, you click one button, we won't even talk to them about funding. Or on the opposite end, you could submit a customer just for funding without selling anything first. So instead of selling our Business Finance Suite, if you just want to submit a customer to funding and have us do all the funding for you and you still get paid, then you will do that as well. We've got a direct funding program. But when it comes to the Business Finance Suite, look, if they can afford it, they're going to buy it. And you can help work with them with affordable payments because you're buying it at a wholesale rate. So you can, again, even help them get the funding they need, direct funding, without making a purchase first. So let me give you an example. We have our credit line hybrid program that we help business owners get first if they have good credit. Then they use the money from that to buy the Business Finance Suite. That's a large part of how we sell to our customers that have good credit. We help them get the money they need to actually buy. We get them a $50,000 to $150,000 worth of credit lines, and then they actually use part of that to come in and buy the Business Finance Suite to improve their fundability and to be able to build the business credit to get away from personal guarantees and credit checks. So you have a lot of options. Now, the Finance Suite retail ranges from $3,000 to $5,000. If you go to our website, you'll see we sell it for $3,000. We've got partners that sell it for as much as $5,000. Now, your wholesale investment's $500 to $700. You do the math. You can see what that is. You're spending $500 to $700 on our end wholesale to buy. You're turning around and offering it to your customers for $3,000 or more. You could charge $2,000 if you want, $2,500, $1,500. You could charge whatever you want. But on average, almost all of our partners fill in this range of $3,000 to $5,000. So if you're selling for $3,000 and your cost to buy one finance suite is $700, for example, then you're netting a $2,300 profit per sale. Plus, with our executive plan, you're getting paid on funding as well. Now remember, you have options here. You can actually not have us handle the funding for your customers at all. Or you can have us handle the funding for your customers and then get paid commissions on that. How much you get paid depends on a few factors like what tier program that you want to go into. But we talked to you about all that. And if you have questions about how much you can make, then give us a call. We'll talk to you more about how much you can make on funding. Or again, you can sell it without us offering funding to them at all. So as a business loan broker, you have options here. You can come in and bring somebody just for funding and have us do the funding. You could come in and refer somebody for the business credit side. We'll do all the selling selling and you'll get paid. You could sell the business credit, the finance suite yourself, make a higher commission, and then bring them in and we can help them with business credit financing and get paid on the funding, and you made the front end commission. Or you could come in and make the finance suite sell. You could sell them, click a button, say, I don't want them to be offered financing. You could still offer them financing on your own as a loan broker, and then we won't even talk to them about funding. We'll just help them with business credit. So you have a full array of options to offer business credit and financing for your customers, and it can be very, very profitable. So when you're coming in as a partner with us, we're giving you the basic training. We're giving you 200 plus hours of additional training. I do a weekly secret webinar every single week. I've done it for 8 years. Okay, every Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern, I do it. I think I've missed less than 10 times over the last 8 years. And all of that's available as training for you. Everything from how to market, from how to sell, to how funding products work, to how business credit works, to everything about running a business offering business credit financing. Okay, so you've got that private training webinar vault, a partner marketplace with all kinds of resources we use that can help you. You get the ability to track in our system your funding commissions. You get a client dashboard for real-time tracking of your customers. We make it very easy for you to come in and actually add new clients. And again, you can add new clients for direct funding. You can add them for our business credit builder. You can add them for a Genesis program, which is even more affordable, where they can do it themselves with building business credit instead of working with our team. So we make it easy for you to add clients to your back office. Plus, you have a partner success coaching team. So you have an entire team that's dedicated to helping you succeed. All the contracts, agreements you need. For example, we have an agreement that if they get funding from you, they agree to buy the business finance suite. That's just one of many kind of contracts and agreements we have available. We teach you the interview, presentation, closing scripts, the same scripts that we use, the same closing processes we use. Funding training and underwriting guidelines, easily set up and manage your customers. All of this comes to you as a partner. Here, to give you an example, Credit Suite, right last year we're right about $10 million in sales. To give you an idea of what we do, we teach you everything we do. Like, we do Facebook ads. We spend over $100,000 a month on Facebook ads. We show you the ads. Here's the copy that's working. Here's the images that are working. Here's our landing pages that are working. Here's our guides. We give you the guides. We give you every single thing we're doing to be successful. We show you and teach you how we're using it to be able to be successful. So then you're able to actually turn around, duplicate exactly what we're doing that works at a maybe smaller scale and still be able to succeed. We teach you how to do Google ads. We teach you how to do Facebook ads. We teach you how to use social media. We give you the content to post on social media. So everything you need to be successful, you're getting. It's like a full all-in-one stop for all the resources you need. You get seminars. You get your own website that actually comes with our program. You're getting 25 PowerPoint presentations like this that you can use to do presentations. We're giving you a year's worth of email content so you can set up an email autoresponder. You're able to come in and get articles and press releases and a year's worth of social media posts, 25 marketing videos that are professionally done, automated webinars, marketing flyers, and all these are available in Spanish. So we have English and Spanish are both available for you to be able to have all the marketing resources you need. And here's just a quick look at how our back office works. Here's our training webinar from last week. Okay, on the SBA PPP loan and how business owners can you can help business owners with this and how you can make money with SBA loans. Okay, we also came in here, our Startup Accelerator. Shh. Don't even tell anybody about this. This is a brand new program that it's the first time I just saw it. It hasn't even been released. It's a how to start and grow a business course that we're about ready to release. Okay, you can come here and add your clients easily. You can monitor your clients. You can add sales reps. You can monitor your commissions. You can come in to partner resources and access the coaching webinars. You can access sales rep training. So your sales reps have their own login and their own training platform. So you can easily hire sales reps, and we even train them for you. And you even have your special access to be able to do so. So everything you need to run a business credit and financing a business is all available in your back office for you as well. Okay. And Charlize says, or Lala Roberts says, how can we gain customers with no background in funding? I heard seminars and other ideas. There's a lot of them. So in our back office, we actually have training on this, a lot of training on how to get new customers, and we teach you everything you need to know. So let me give you some examples. We teach you how to work with networking groups and how to get money there. We talk about how to build affiliate relationships and get relationships with affiliate. We talk about how to tap into your existing social network and use social media to even give you the post and all the assets that you need to post on social media. We teach you how to set up social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and we give you all the content that you need to actually be able to present. So think of it like this. If you get 25 PowerPoints like this, you know how easy it is for you to fire it up, do a YouTube live like I'm doing right now and go through this? We have a huge YouTube following, but we did it with nothing. We started with zero, and we built it because we do these kind of presentation. Here's the best part. We've got an executive program that's $99 a month, and you get all of the webinars I use before I get them. You literally get my own PowerPoint slide decks 3 weeks before I even use them. So my content team creates the slide decks, they give them to you immediately in the back office, and you could come and do every presentation I do on YouTube 3 weeks before I even do it. There are hundreds of PowerPoints. So think about running a business. You know how hard it is to create a PowerPoint presentation like this, how much work goes into a content team or how much work goes into an actual designer? It's all done for you. We spend the money, we do all the work to create it, and you have all those resources. Here's the best part. Every webinar we do is made into a video, a condensed video with a professional voiceover, same girl that does the voiceover for Ford and GM commercials, okay, and that's put in your back office. Then we split the webinar into smaller videos, and those are put in the back office. So not only for every one of these that I do you get my slide deck before I get it, but you're getting 1 to 4 videos you can use for marketing that breaks that down into smaller pieces, or even one professional voiceover video that goes through it all. So I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of videos in the back office. There are literally over 1,000 plus resources from marketing flyers and everything you need to actually be successful. Okay. So that being said, you also, on top of that, come in and get everything your customer gets. So remember, if you're offering business credit and financing for your customer through the Business Finance Suite, you're also getting access to your own Business Finance Suite as well. So you're getting 24/7 access to your own Business Finance Suite. You're able to get all these access in English and Spanish. You're able to get the coach that helps you through the process and the help with the name setup, entity setup, EIN setup, address setup, phone setup, the 411 listing, the website, the email, the online compliance, the bank account setup, the merchant account setup. We help you get set up with Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. We help you get your DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet and your BIN number with Experian. We help you dispute and fix inaccuracies on your credit report. You're getting the largest supply of vendor credit to actually help business owners build business credit. You're able to get the highest selection of retail and fleet credit. You get cash credit, auto financing. You get all these loan products that are available. You get all of that as well as everything you need to actually sell business credit and financing as a service. And if you want to go all in, then we have an ultimate program where we actually set everything up for you. We set it up. We put all your branding on the PowerPoints. We put your branding on the marketing flyers. We set up your social media pages and even do your first initial post. We come in and actually set up your sales funnel for you. We use something called Active Campaign that copies our sales funnel. You literally can copy our own sales funnel, which you're probably here because you get emails from us, right? So you're getting our exact sales funnel as well, and we have all different kind of mini funnels that work as well. Ones that are designed to sell the program for you through webinars and through videos. We've got small funnels that actually help you come in and retain customers or re-engage them if they're not engaging, or how you chase payments if their payments decline, or how you address them if they're not answering your emails anymore. So you're getting all of that as well if you go with our ultimate program. Basically, the ultimate program, you're getting a full done-for-you program, and we also set it all up for you. And if you are getting started by Friday, you can get started with us as a partner anytime. But people that sit through an hour with me and want to go through and learn all this, and people that are ready to take action quickly, we found are the best partners we have. It's just the way that it is. The people that we find take action the fastest are the ones that have the best results. So I always try to give some bonuses for people that are acting quickly, because those people are the ones that we typically see are the absolute most successful when it comes to business credit and financing. So if that is you, then I've got some bonuses for you as well if you're getting started this week. A 30-minute coaching call with a business advisor. 90 days of credit monitoring that you'd spend $600 to the bureaus with. D&B and Experian monitoring for only $24 after that. You can get a full business valuation on your business. It's a 28-page business valuation report and a multi-review site. Look, you get reviews at a lot of places. This pulls them all together in one place. place. If you look at our website, then you can see that it's there as well. And here's what it is. You're getting over 16,000 in value, over 3,800 in bonuses. So if you really look at what we do and how much it's worth over 20 grand, and you're getting started with one payment of $39.97, and we will also work with you with affordable payments as well. So right now it's 7 payments of $697, but you see that we will work with you on affordable payments. So if you say, look, this all makes sense, I love it, I want to be a partner, I want to offer business credit, I want to help people, I want to get financing, but Ty, I don't have $697 a month. That's fine. Give us a call. Give us a chance to help you. We can't help you if we don't know that you want this, and we'll work with you on payments that you can't afford. So we will help work with you with affordable payments. We'll customize payments for you that aren't even available on our website. We've got other ways that we can even help you get the money that you need to be able to actually get the financing you need to even be able to enroll. So if what I've said to you makes sense, then don't let money be a barrier, because we will work with you to make it affordable. You just need to give us a ring at 877-600-2487. And I also have created a special link at creditsuite.com/partner-webinar that has the bonuses and that has everything right there, including the discounts you get, because the price I gave you is a discounted price. We don't do that very often. And when I do discount price, we typically hide it in a webinar like this one. By that I mean I don't publicize it everywhere. The only people that get it are people that sit with me through an hour to learn that that even exists. And I created a special link at creditsuite.com/partner-webinar that gives you all that information. So that's exactly how we can help you as a business loan broker succeed with helping people get business credit and financing. We're helping you improve the fundability. We're helping you build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your personal social security number. And we're also helping you access all funding in one place, so you don't have to be reliant on one product. And if your competitors were doing that, many of them no longer exist today. So now you have less competition than you've ever had, because all these people that relied on merchant cash advances are gone, and now you're coming into a world with a way to make front-end money by offering business credit, and a way to make back-end money by helping them get financing as well. And you have all these options, whether you refer a customer, we do the work, you refer the customer and you do the work, you do the sell, you just bring them in for funding, you bring them in for business credit and not funding. There's all these options to make sure that makes a lot of sense. Okay, and Andre says, need help to start up a small corporation? Give us a ring, Andre, 877-600-2487. Our How to Start and Grow a Business course called our Setup Accelerator is, or Startup Accelerator is almost ready to release. It's going to be released in about 1 to 2 weeks. Literally, you are the first ones to even know that that's taking place. And I'm only telling you that because I was surprised when I saw it here. It's almost ready to go live. So that's going to be out in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and we will help you gain access. Alicia says, I enjoy having Credit Suite as another service to offer my private financing clients. Listen to everything he's providing. Alicia, thank you so much. And Alicia is one of our partners that is having success doing exactly that, offering business credit and financing to her clients. But as she said, offer my private financing clients. She's offering financing and then using the Business Finance Suite, more than likely, as a lot of loan brokers do, to help get the financing that she doesn't offer through other products that she might not want to mess with, and then also a way to offer them business credit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to make sure I do one final check with questions. How much is the ultimate package? You can go to creditsuite.com/partner-webinar to access our discounted pricing right there. If you want to know the regular pricing, then you can go to creditsuite.com, and if you go to creditsuite.com and then click on pricing at the top of our page, you'll be able to see that as well. So let me actually open this up for you if I can, as I am getting ready to wrap up, so you can see what it actually looks like on our actual partner page, and you can get an idea of what this looks like. So here is our ultimate and VIP program. If you go to creditsuite.com/partner-webinar, you'll see everything that's offered. You can hover above it and get details of every single thing that's being offered here, and you can also see our discounts here for both ultimate and for our VIP partner program, bonuses, everything. These are special links that you need to use to get the bonuses, or give our team a call and we'll manually process the payment for you if you want more affordable payments. If these payments are too tough, we will work with you on that as well. But it gives you an idea of our ultimate, gives you an idea of our VIP. We rarely discount these. Okay, as a matter of fact, we were just about to raise the prices on partner. I mean, we literally, when coronavirus hit, we were getting ready to raise prices, and obviously we pulled back back that and say that because we're not going to raise prices when people are going through what they're going through right now. So we're actually giving you a discount, but again, this will be about $500 more when all of this stuff settles down. So you're getting a discount, you're getting some cool bonuses. It's at creditsuite.com/partner-webinar, and you can see that link right here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any other questions, I am not going away. All you have to do is give us a ring, 877-600-2487. That's 877-600-2487, and we will make sure that all of your questions will get answered. So give us a ring or visit creditsuite.com/partner-webinar, and also send us an email, info@creditsuite.com. Look, if you call us right now, just be patient. You might need to leave a voicemail, or even if you don't, we will call you back, but I would still like to tell you to leave a voicemail because, like I said, we're offering business credit. We're offering financing. We're helping people with fundability. We are slammed right now because of what's going on in the market. And if you want a product and service where you're busy as well, then be patient with us. Like, our team is sometimes overwhelmed when I do a webinar like this because 1,000 or more people are on our webinar and in YouTube combined. So again, just if you miss us and we don't answer, then just leave a quick voicemail and our team will always call you back. Almost 100% of the time, we are calling you back within an hour. Or send us an email. Either way, we will help you get started, either with building your own business credit and getting financing, or as a loan broker where you can offer business credit financing as a service. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Give us a ring to talk more about being a partner with Credit Suite and helping people navigate this difficult time by getting business credit, by improving their fundability, and building their business financing. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.